When Orah and I were looking for a school in Chicago to send our kids to, we were looking for a place that had the same values of the day schools that we went to growing up. Those values were from having academic excellence to understanding and believing in the state of Israel and to really understanding the values of daily Jewish life.
I grew up with my grandfather being my day school principal. My father was a Jewish communal worker, and community involvement in the Jewish life was so important to my family, and I think it's really important that my kids see how much we care about their school.
From when I was a little boy, learning and seeing my dad do things in shul, seeing my mom do things in shul and in school, and really organizing and really getting the community involved. When I moved to Chicago, I was able to continue the tradition that my parents set and instilling those values in us and helping the community do what it needs to do. Whatever aspect and area that we can help with is very important for us.
How you're brought up has such a basis of the kind of person and adult you become in the Jewish community. Hillel Torah lays that foundation for our kids right now. It's the foundation we had, and it's the foundation we want them to have. I just knew immediately this was the place for our kids.
I can't think of a school activity that doesn't have Orah and Lev written all over it. They make things successful, and working with them was always an important part of our involvement, both in Hillel Torah and in the West Rogers Park community.
Orah and Lev are unbelievably hospitable and so charitable. They open their homes and really are very welcoming to everybody. That's how they are for school, that's how they are with the show, and they're willing to do anything at any time of any day.
I sometimes have to remind myself that they didn't actually grow up and live in Chicago, because one of the most incredible things was how quickly they moved from being welcomed into Chicago to being the people who are welcoming other people to the community.
And both Lev and Orah do an enormous amount for the school at a board level, at a parent level, to make sure that the school has what it needs to succeed and to thrive.
We do wonder where they get the energy, because they both have a lot of energy, both in terms of what they do at home and also what they're doing for the community at large. And it's really incredible how much they have taken to the responsibilities that they feel for their community.
Lev and Orah are both heavily invested in the school, not just because of all the tuition they pay, but they get their hands dirty. Basically, Lev lives in my office, or should I call it our office, but really it's a pleasure to see him in the school. He's been instrumental in our financial health of the school getting so much better over the past years. Orah also has chaired a number of our concerts, which I've worked very closely with her, and I can see how they both complement each other. Everything that we stand for, you see in Orah and Lev, and by extension in their children as well.
Lev and Orah have 4 adorable children. I love watching them see Lev in the office. It's just nice to see the warmth that he bestows upon them, and that they, in turn, are so happy when their dad is there.
I'm very proud of my mom and dad. They work on computer.
Very involved in helping us with our homework, making sure that we are good in school.
If I go to Mr. Chandler's often, I'll see my dad there doing something with computers.
Or chit-chatting.
Orah and Lev share the values of our school of Hillel Torah in their own personal lives and in the way they raise their family and their children. They support the values of Torah, the values of a strong education, the values of midot, the love of Israel, the commitment to chesed. They support all these values, and we see that in their own personal lives.
They are just great examples of how you can integrate an Orthodox Jewish lifestyle with the world in general.
Giving a firm basis so you understand why you're doing things is important for us, and it leads to the future. And we can see now how it's paid off in terms of the way Orah and Lev and our other kids have brought up their families. And I don't know any other school that could do the job that Hillel Torah does.
You walk down the hall and I see all the different Hebrew names on the lockers. I'm really proud to see that he's involved in this whole maintenance of the Jewish tradition.
It's really very lovely. And I know both Lev and Orah have worked very hard for the school, and they've reaped the rewards that you get when you give.
It's really important for our kids to see that this is where all those late nights were, this is what all those meetings happened around our dining room table, at the school. All those things culminate into this.
In order to understand how to live while being Jewish, or how to be Jewish while you're living, one has to go to a Jewish day school to understand all the aspects of that. It's not all work, it's fun, it's a way of life. It's not just things that you have to do. You know, our kids go to Hillel Torah and they learn how to really live and enjoy being Jewish and being an Orthodox Jew, and it's important to educate all of our kids and understand what it means to be Jewish, and without the education that Hillel Torah and other schools provide, we would be unable to offer that to our children.